Well, good afternoon, or good morning rather. Today's July the 22nd, year of our Lord 1972. I got your tape today, last night rather, when I went to base yesterday, and I was really happy to hear from you. Been awfully busy here lately. I've been having to go out. I'm working swing shift, which is from 4 till midnight. I've been going out to base and going about lunchtime, about 12 o'clock, and not getting back till 12 o'clock at night, because I've been having a lot of stuff to take care of. My toolbox got stolen off an airplane. I had it chained down and locked, and somebody just flat ripped it off. So here I sit without a toolbox. Going through all the paperwork and everything is really a hassle, because you got to go through all kinds of paperwork. So I've been going through all that and turning in the APs and all. Our paperwork came back from Taipei 2 days ago, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I went up kind of to hurry things up, started processing it myself. And I'm hoping to pick it up today so we can get married in Monday. Her family's supposed to be coming down for the wedding and all. It's going to be probably just a small wedding here. I'll have to get married in my uniform. She ain't got money to buy a suit. Lee May, I'm going to buy her another dress, I think. We've enjoyed the tape. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, Lita, it sounds like y'all got a real nice apartment. I don't imagine Lee May and I'll have one quite that nice, since we're going to be doing it on airman first class pay, maybe buck sergeant pay. I might be a buck sergeant. I'm hoping. We're trying to work out a fairly decent budget as is. I was supposed to have a house. I got a sponsor at the base I'm going to. I requested a sponsor. And they sent me quite a bit of literature on the base and the country and Utah and all this. And it looks like a fairly pretty country, you know, but the weather I doubt it's going to be the same as I like, seeing as it's about the hottest it ever gets, between 54 and 65 degrees up there. So I don't believe I'm going to be too happy with the weather. Doesn't have the kind of fishing I'm used to either. It's stuff like rainbow, or not, I guess rainbow trout, you know, and fishing in them doggone mountain streams and all. So I don't imagine I'm going to enjoy my fishing like I used to. I hope I am. I hope I enjoy it. I know I'm going to be up there every week requesting to come back here. I've been thinking about taking a 5-day leave for Lee May and my honeymoon here in Taiwan. Part of the honeymoon probably in Taipei, and then go down to Olan P, which is the very southern tip of the island, the remainder of it. We come back over, plan on getting a car, so we're just going to get a cheap car when we go to the States and kind of save some money there if we can. Probably get a used Volkswagen or something like that, something that's real cheap on gas and all. Because gasoline, you have to look at that too as a standpoint of expenses. So I might as well just get a cheap Volkswagen or something, just a used car. One we can get rid of in about a year. So we can get a new car when we get over here. Oh, good gracious, we can live high on hog over here and pay for a car and everything else too. Over here, the resale value of a car is more than what you pay for it. You can actually get more for a car by chopping it and selling it to the Chinese than what you actually have into the car itself. So it's just like money in the bank when you buy a car over here. Plus, on top of all that, we're going to buy a house over here and sell it when we get ready to leave, and that'll be just like money in the bank there also. it's not won't cost. Actually, I guess you'd say it wouldn't cost us a thing to live over here. The only expenses we're going to be out is what we buy and food we eat and clothes we buy. So we're trying to figure out ways to save money, and also we'll have a pretty good bundle when we get back to States, because I'd like to buy a piece of land when I get back to States and get a house if I possibly can. Lee May and I were talking. I imagine as much as I hate to say it, I'll probably re-up for another tour in the Air Force. That'll be 8 years I'll probably have in. 6 to 8 years. I might take a short, just go for 6 years. Anyway it goes, I'm going to be in for a while. I've definitely going to Hill Air Force Base, Utah. I got my orders. And so we'll be in a new batch of country. I hope I'm home. I hope I get to come home by Christmas. I'd really enjoy that. But if I can't, what can I say? Well, guess what? Lee May and I got our marriage papers today. Or yesterday, rather. I got them, brought them home. Called Lee May over here. Went and got her and brought her over here. Showed them to her. So our wedding day, the day is Sunday. Our wedding day, we're planning on to be Tuesday if we can. So by the time you get this tape, we should already be married. Since we're having a Chinese wedding, I don't know what all goes on. So I'm only going to have a few of my friends there. And she's going to have some of her friends there. And her family. That's going to be it. I think my friends consist of, well, the ones that want to ask. See, Hayden. Mark won't get to come. He's TDY. Hayden. Bill. Horowitz. Frank. I'm only going to have 4 or 5 people there myself. And for once, when her family comes down, we're all going to be together, and it looks like I don't know, I can't figure out what all it was she's talking about. But it's something like a banquet, I gather. The deal, something like our rehearsal dinner. Afterwards, kind of like a reception, I guess. I gotta go up there and take all those marriage vows in Chinese. Plan on getting married again when we get to States. Maybe. Go through it, you know, American like. And this would be alright too, you know. It's gonna be quite a hassle, I imagine. Not too much going on. I went to base yesterday about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get back until about 1 o'clock in the morning later on, and you know, the next morning, because I worked on his paperwork stuff right up until time. I go to work. I went to work and worked and came back. Okay, on this paperwork, I still got to have a stamp from the legal office on the back. That's all. I would have gotten that yesterday too, but the Chinese guy up there that, you know, does all that, he skated out early, or rather he went home earlier than he was supposed to. Or I could have had that done too. Well, believe it or not, I'm getting a medal. And don't get all happy and everything. It's not that great a medal. All it is, it's a Vietnam service ribbon, or a medal rather. But I'll get so I can wear my Vietnam service ribbon. all I had to do to get it was be in Nam. That's where I was, so I'm supposed to get, I believe I'm supposed to get that Monday. I think I'm getting one anyway. I just have to wait and see. I shouldn't say anything back, because I don't even know for sure I'm going to get one. I should, though. We've been in a hassle, I mean to tell you. Let's see, while Lee May's down here been writing, practicing on her English. Yeah, she can speak, fairly decent now. And you'll be surprised when you get back to the States, I imagine. Every once in a while we speak a little bit of Chinese. I don't know much. I know little, though. We'll speak a little bit of that every once in a while. But, just between us. We're thinking about adopting 1 or 2 children. And, and maybe having a couple of our own. But we both were talking about adoption. We decided maybe, it wouldn't be too bad a thing to give somebody, some kid a home. So we're just going to, I looked into it, see how much it's going to cost. It takes about a year to be able to adopt one. And quite a bit of money. So we're just going to have to save our money for that. And this will be in the far future, I imagine. I'm hoping to get a car. Just some cheap car. One that'll last us for about a year before I go back to the States. I hope. Wait a minute. We're over at Sophie and Bill's house now. We're babysitting Sophie's little kid. Sitting there watching a Chinese movie, Chinese singing show, it looks like. Musical or whatever you want to call it. Guess I'll be going to work for 2 hours. So what about that? Excuse me. Pardon me. It's today is July the 23rd. All goes well, we'll be married July the 25th. I hope it goes well. Let's see. It's really getting to be a hassle, if you know what I mean. But we're enjoying it. Rumors going around base. The rumors going around base are that everyone leaving except to me departing Taipei the 29th of September. This I don't know about. I'm about to run out of tape, so let me move over and start on the other side. Just a minute. So it is going to be the 29th when we're supposed to leave, I imagine. So until the 20th is 59 days. So I guess it leaves about 68 days maybe. But I'm still counting 59 because it's still possible we may leave on 20th. Could be a little more, could be a little less, either way. Could have less than 58 days, could have more than 59 days, so could have less than 59 days, or more. Charles, well, it's nice to hear about your motorcycle. I'm glad you're getting one. I figured Mom and Dad let you have one. I was hoping you would anyway. I know I had a lot of fun on the one I had, and I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy yours as much as I did. Just don't drive like I did and mess yourself up. Because I want to tell you, when you get yourself hurt on one of those, it hurts. You can take it from me, for sure. Okay, back again. Like I said, be careful on it, Charles, because they are dangerous. But if you're careful on them, they can be also safe. A lot of people have motorcycles over here. You can either have a car or a motorcycle over here. You can't have both. You can have one of the two. We'll get back to States. I'm going to Utah. So I'll be up here in some nice cold weather. Tell my mother and granddad that I'll answer, all the questions on everything in tapes, because I'm not good at all at writing letters, because I'll never get them mailed. I'll never be able to sit down and take time to write one. Sending tapes a lot easier for me. I'm having some problems on my other tape deck in my amplifier right now. I'm going to have it fixed probably Tuesday, Wednesday on my days off. The Chinese guy was called. He wanted to take it straight to the shop without even looking at it. So I think it's kind of fishy, so I didn't do it. Sure. We hadn't been doing too much, just staying home mostly. There's not too much to say. She comes over, sees me. We sit there at my house till time we go home. I don't know if I have to buy a toolbox, pay for the toolbox that was stole. I doubt that we'll get the coffee table. If we don't, Mike still get it, I don't know. Just have to wait and see. We got one coffee table. We're thinking about getting this other one and the two end tables to go with it. But if I have to pay for this toolbox, I imagine we'll just try to get the two end tables to go with the one we got now. Bought some pledge the other day and waxed all the stereo equipment and furniture. And getting it all ready for when she moves in. I know one thing. I'm going to have a lot of new clothes. She usually washes them on a washboard. Therefore, washing the elastic's gone out of anything that's got elastic in it. I mean, it's a lot harder on than a washing machine. I hope we get a fairly nice place. I doubt we'll get one as nice as Toledo and Georgia's, because I don't feel like, I doubt that we're going to be paying $170 a month for rent for a house. They sound like they got a very nice one. Swimming pool and all that in the complex. I don't know how we're going to live. We might be on base housing, because I do have 15 months priority on anybody else that, asks for any. Because when you're overseas, when you start your next base, you've got priority over anybody else. You've got as much priority as you have been away from the States. Like, it's the same thing as if you put in for this base housing just before you left, the day you left the States. So I got 15 months priority over anybody over there. So this is going to help some. I think Lee niece is coming down for too long. I think she's going to stay with us for a while after we get married. So she'll be here. Probably stay with us until we get ready to go back to States. I kind of like the little girl. Might see if I can get her to learn some English. Come on to the States afterwards. Get educated in the States. I don't know what to tell Dad. Dad, I don't know what to tell you about when we're going to be home exactly, so you can tell Bud, because I really don't know for certain. But it will be the last of September, the 1st of October by the time we get home. We're planning on spending some time at Grandmother's and Granddad's when we get back. And then probably we'll see George and Leah and then spend the rest of the time with y'all. I will probably only stay a little while with George and Leah's. Probably just go down there, get a hotel room, spend the night, see them during the day, 2 days, 1 night, and come back. Because it is quite a drive. I imagine it's going to be pretty hard to find her. But we're going to go ahead and go anyway. I'm going to work for Bud and see if I can make some extra money. With us getting married the 25th here, this July, okay, we won't get a check for Lee May in the mail for August, because it takes 1 month before you start getting them. So September would be the first check. Okay, I'm going to have this check for $145 sent ahead to the States to y'all's address. So this check for $145 will come, and I imagine have Lee May's name on it, so you just have to put it up for us or something, if you would, please. And then we'll have another check for the 1st of October coming also. So we should have $290 there when we get there, because one for the 1st of September, one for the 1st of October, so it should be $290 there. And then after our leave's just about up, we should be getting another one about the 1st of September, October, November for $145. So that'd be what, $290, $335, $435 we should have there. And that'll help on, you know, moving expenses and getting a house for the first month and all. Hello, little Bill. Sleep? Pretty good. Wasn't it? How long love so you long? You gonna say something? What? Here.
Give us a speaker around you know. Change, okay? Change for me. Hello, how are you? No. No.
Hello, how are you?
Oh. I say all them, you know. How old are you, you know? No?
How are y'all?
No, how old are you?
No, how are y'all? Y'all, how are y'all?
How are you? You.
Yeah, you all.
Okay. How are you all? Okay.
That's where Texas talk.
Oh, okay. Now we in the Sophie's house. They know, Sophie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We sit here. She television.
Put a little close to your mouth.
Okay.你要甲伊讲话无？因兜啊？哈？你要讲话，甲伊讲话啦。
She's talking to Sophie now. She said, how are y'all? So there would be $435 there. So we're not going to need this money over here. And I'm going to get a month's pay in advance, my travel pay in advance, which simply is I'm going to go ahead and get paid for my month of being home. So I won't have to be going to Barksdale to be picking up my pay. This I could have done it last time, but I didn't know about it at the time, so I know a little bit more about the force now. So I'll be bringing my pay records and all this. Okay, we're gonna start shipping stuff home in August. I'm gonna take it all down, have it crated, and send my whole baggage for August. So I don't know, I'm allowed 200 pounds of whole baggage, but I imagine my stereo equipment after it's crated is going to run close to that. Plus a coffee table. We want to send all our, most of our clothes home. And we want to send most of the clothes home. And we want to send, well, what we want to do, we want to send is all the stuff we can, so all we have to do is carry one suitcase apiece when we come back to the States. So there'll be about 40 days there that we're going to be just scrimping on clothes and stuff. I don't really know about the oh yes, on my whole baggage. The reason I'm going to go ahead and send this up to 200 pounds, excuse me, is because I won't have to pay any duty on these, any taxes or anything. And I'm going to send my stuff like my stereo equipment and all this because I'll have my orders in with it. So, and I don't have to pay duty or anything on this. This goes back, stays free of charge, everything. So I'm going to put stuff like my silverware, my, silverware, stereo equipment, and all this in my whole baggage. So it'll come on back, and I don't have to pay any duty on it. That'll leave us just clothes is all I have to bring back, and that won't cost too much to bring back. I'm trying to find the cheapest way. Look at there, some B-24s on television. By the way, I bet you didn't know Taiwan still use B-24s. Matter of fact, they're using some of them that were used in World War II. We got, I say the Americans aren't using them, the Chinese use them. They're using F-102s, F-104s, C-123s, F-4s. That looks like F-4s. We've trying to keep our money together best we can, and I'm going to send it back space safe to the West Coast. Then we're going to fly commercial from the West Coast on, or we just might try and go ahead and get another hop and come on down, try and maybe get a hop, say to Lackland, or to Kelly or someplace like this, or Barksdale, someplace like this, so that we could save that much money. We could save probably around $300 if we took hops on down to Texas. So we might do that too. I just have to see how it works out, how anxious we are to get home and all this. But I'm going to do what I can to save money, because I want to be able to have a little bit in the bank. Use some as down payment on a car, and some from rent and all this too. So we're just holding on and seeing how everything works out. And I hope it does work out pretty good. I think I already told you I'm working swing shift, which is from 4 till midnight. And this isn't really a bad shift because you can go sleep late. Although it don't leave you if you sleep as late as I do. Well, sometimes I get up at 7 o'clock, sometimes I get up 11 o'clock. I think the latest I ever slept was one time I slept at 11:30. But I didn't get in bed till 3 o'clock. So, we're just kind of biding our time. Goodness gracious. Watching an air show on television. Man just took a plane, looked like something like a power. It was flying upside down there. It's a single engine job. Took it straight up into the stall, let it fall, just right back over. Go nose down, then turn around, got it back up again. Let's see. Run out of tape. Well, I don't want to run out of tape, so we'll see you on some more tapes. So I'll sign off now. Bye-bye. Try and make another tape now. Today is July the 30th, 1972. We just woke up this morning. I'm sorry it's taken a few days, but you know how newlyweds are. You got a lot of things you got to do. And we did. Still have a lot of things to do. I've still got to get her our whole baggage, all our stuff sent home. I still gotta get her ration cards so she can get the BX. I still gotta get my ration card. I still gotta get see about her plane ticket, her passports, visas, all this rigmarole. So I'm pretty doggone busy. Let it be said. Excuse me. We've been staying pretty busy here lately. And it's really a pain. We may have to get a lawyer to get our passports, visas, I don't know. Since I am so short, say about 53 days. Days getting on down there. Say that much for it. Just by the time we get ready to go back to work, I'll be almost down into the 40s. Next will be the 30s, and then the 20s, and then the 10s, and then the 1, and then the minus. Used to say they had when you had 53 days up, you had 52 days, a jolly jump up, and a duffel bag drag, which meant you had 52 more days. You just had to get up one jolly jump up, which meant that, that was the day you're going to leave, and that was your duffel bag drag. The following day would be your duffel bag drag. I think I told you we're going to Hill Air Force Base, Utah. So, we're going to be a pretty good distance from home. But we're going to try and make it down there once in a while. Well, I know, is it Charles's birthday? It's on the 8th, or Alita's, it's on the 8th. Well, whose is which? Y'all be sure and tell me now, because I want to send something. Charles's birthday, I'm just going to give him money, I imagine, since that's what he needs for his motorcycle. I just give him some money. I can't give him very much, since we are scraping bottom of the barrel. I can give him some. We're not going to be able to send the checks to the house there like that. We got to send them wherever we go. So we're going to get the first one here. The next one will go to our next base, and then the next one, all the rest of them be going to Utah after that. So we'll have some money left to Utah when I get there. And the mail they're going to be keeping for us, I guess. That's really something. The other, I guess by the time I mail this, y'all probably got the other tapes. At least I hope so. I hope Mom's doing alright. Everybody else is doing alright. Sis, Alita, I tell you what. You were talking about you wanted some hand-carved furniture stuff? I tell you what, Lee May and I are going to be coming back to Taiwan. I'm going to have to re-enlist, but we're going to come back to Taiwan. And on our next trip over here, maybe then y'all be a little, more stable financially and all. And I know we will. And we'll be able to get this stuff for you. Then, alright, this time I'm not going to be able to, 'cause having to pay for a toolbox, which I wasn't expecting. What gets me, the people up there said that there was no way that I could have helped it. being stolen. There was no way, at all that I could have helped it being stolen because I had it chained and locked. But they said I still had to pay for it. So I says, all right, that's nice. It's just fine if that's where you're gonna be. So I'm gonna have to pay for it, I see. But there's nothing I can say. We'll be able to buy a few things, next time we come over. And because next time we come over, we're gonna get a car. We're just gonna buy a house when we get here, and we can sell it when we leave. And the resale value on a house is 100% over here. Resale value, just like a car, you get over 100% resale value by selling it to a Chinese when you get ready to leave. You get about the same that you paid for it if you keep it 2 or 3 years, or you get more if you just keep it 6 months or a year. You get more for it. So we'll sell our car back, and that'll be just like money in the bank. We're gonna buy a large television set, color. They got a $596 one over here. That if they still got it here, we'll probably buy that one next time we come over. We're gonna buy 2 air conditioners when we come over here next time, to bring back. We're gonna try and get all our furniture hand carved, like the coffee table we got. We're gonna try and have it all carved like that, dining room table and chairs and everything carved out of like that, And coffee tables, end tables, everything, just carved out of this hand carved stuff. Let's see. Oh, we've really been in a hassle and turmoil. Don't know which ends up anymore. Some stuff got broken during the move over here. Had to get rid of. Even broke a mirror on the way over here. Great big full-length mirror we had. It got broke on the way over here. And it's really a hassle and a half. Tore my jaws off. But what can we say, Now, when I'm gonna be mailing these back, probably be before the 15th or right around the 15th of August. I start mailing. So it'll be coming in about time I get home on leave. Let's see whose birthday is. It's not nobody's in September. October is what? Grand and Daddy's in it. We'll have to remember that. Having to try and get all these birthdays straight in mind is something else. It's not too easy. Lee Mae's in there to fix me something to eat. We moved what she had over here just the other day. She had a few clothes here, not too many. Because she never spent any time except just, when I was gone, she sometimes spent the night here. But we got all this stuff moved over. And, seems really, you get a weird feeling that somebody living in the house. Go to bed, not bad. Keep warm anyway. Had the fan blowing on me at night and I used to get real cold. I still do sometimes. She pulls the blankets off of me. Sometimes I pull the blankets off her. She sits there and freezes because I won't give any of them back to her while I'm asleep. I think she's pretty anxious to go to the States. Oh yeah, you know, over here, the base I'm on, CCK, is a very restricted base. You have to have a pass to get on base and a pass to get off base, and identification and all this. And then if you try to get somebody else on, they have to have a very good reason for going on that base. It has to be a marriage reason or something like that. So when we done up there and we showed them our marriage license, and I got her on base, got her ID card, and boy, she just thrilled to death. She being on that base now, I guess. She said she liked to go to base, so we go every once in a while. We figured out a budget, what budget we could figure out, and based on the assumption that our rent won't be higher than $150 a month in the States, and two, figured $95 a month for food, which right now we spend maybe $30, $40 for food a month, if that. That's when we're eating really good, you know. I mean, really eating high on the hog. I guess Mom's out of the hospital now, or doing better, or already had her operation. Mom, when you hear this tape, I hope you're feeling better. And I'm gonna tell you, you take it easy now, and just don't try to be getting up and running around trying to fix a house and junk like that, thinking just you want to get ready for us to come home. Because we can come home. You don't have to have that house fixed all just into every little thing in place. Goodness gracious. Aren't I still part of the family? I says, good night. If I'm still part of the family, then you're not going to have to go through a bunch of trouble trying to make everything just right in the house and all this, you know. Because I understand, you know. And Lee May understands. And just best thing you can do is just take it easy and get well, be feeling good, and all this when I come home, so that you won't be yelling at me. I get enough of that being married now. It's a new feeling being a husband. A whole new feeling all in itself. I thought, you know, I figured before I had some responsibilities, you know, like I paid for her food, you know, and all this, and her rent over at her other house. That's a little money extra we have a month right there. But I paid for rent over at her other house, and, you know, she ate over here all the time anyway, so I was buying food and stuff. But, you know, come find out, there's more responsibility than just buying food and paying for rent. So, I'm doing the best I can on it. They're sending me to the field maintenance squadron at Hill Air Force Base. I'll be working in repair shop, something I never worked before. I've worked every place else, but I never worked there. Guess it's the only job in my career field I don't know about, so I guess I'll learn it. I don't want to cross train. I'm going to stay in the same job I got, because if and when I do re-up, that $8,000 will come in awfully handy. Excuse me, if you know what I mean. Let's see if I can get Lee May to come say something. As soon as she finishes cooking, I don't want her to burn nothing, you know. Let's see, I think I mailed y'all 2 tapes a couple of days ago. I hope y'all got them. Enjoy them as much as I enjoy y'all's. So I really enjoy listening to y'all's tapes. Lee May does too. We got some pictures. Let's try to send y'all. They're individual pictures we had made. One picture me, one picture Lee. I'm gonna send y'all, one each makes a set. Send about 4 or 5 of those sets to y'all. So y'all have one of me and one of Lee Mae for Dad and Mom, Lita, George, or Lita. So imagine Lita and George keep the same pictures. Grandmother, Granddad, and whoever else you give those pictures to. Well, I'm gonna take off for a minute to eat. I'm gonna eat some fish, potatoes. So I'll be back in a few minutes.
Well, here I go again, trying to finish out this tape. Lee Mae's reading her book. This finds us doing pretty good. Can't complain. We're in the process of getting Lee Mae's passports and her visas, and we're trying to start doing all that. We've got to, let's see, sorry about that. We got to go down and get her shots, her shot record and all this, so she can get her shots. And after all that's finished, I gotta get her an exit permit. So then we'll be ready. I got her on a space A and all this. She's on my orders and everything, so then we should be ready. We got another job at the base. I'm working on what they call a recovery team now. It's a pretty good job. They pick the people to go on it, and I happen to get on it. So I was really happy about that. I've only got 49 more days, the way I figure it, before we'll be back in the States. It's next month. Should be starting back sometime next month. So I guess we'll probably be seeing you then, most likely. Well, that kept us pretty busy and going pretty steady, so there's not a whole lot to say. I took a 5-day leave after we got married so we could get her all, everything we had to have for her in the way of, these ration cards and ID cards, and all this, So, getting everything ready to come back. So we'll be back before too much longer, I'm hoping. I'll see if I can get Lee Mae to speak to you. Okay, start all over.
Is it not audible?
No, go ahead then. Go ahead. Say everything you said.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, it's on.
It's on right now? Hello, my means to everybody. They talked to me before. Everybody I know. We got to get married. I get an ID card just a few days ago. After I get married, every day we're busy. We have to do things. Till now, still not finished. Maybe next week we still have to go to Taipei. Do some stuff. Get a passport and visas. Oh, and still have to go to shots. Oh, alright, we still have to go there. Yeah, first time I go CHK is many months ago. Maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I go to church. Just go there, that's all. And this time I go around all over the place. It's pretty nice too. Very clean. We go to shop pool there, shoe pool there. And we go to movies. We go do a lot of things. We get ID cards, PS cards. Oh yeah. Mm, mom, mother. I hope you feel alright. Hope you're doing fine. I heard that you in hospital. Hope you alright soon. I will be very happy to see you all. uh,
Well, that's a little bit of Lee May there. She still doesn't have too much to say. She gets on it, kind of freezes up. She's kind of scared of it, I think. She says she doesn't know what to say or anything. Excuse me, I didn't know the fan was on. Well, I'm a married man now. Looks like, and things have been going pretty good for us. Can't complain. Everything's been working out pretty nice. Yo, I just lost my headset. You alright? It fell off my head. It's kind of hot here lately. It's been pretty warm. And it's been quite a bit of rain, but it's still real humid and hot. So we'll probably be pretty glad to get back to the States. Got a lot of plans when we get back. I'm hoping that, while I call down, we're going to get a Space 8 back to the States. And then when we get to McCord, I'm going to try and get a hop on down somewhere around close to Texas, so we'll probably save a couple $100 from flying from, Washington commercially. And I want to take her to Six Flags while I'm home, down to the lake and the church, and, just see some of the countryside and all, and do all this in the meantime work too, I guess. Yeah. But there's a lot of things I like to show her, like she's never seen drive-in movies or things of that nature, or places like we have to eat. She hasn't seen too many like those, like Space Burger and all that, or drive-in places where you just drive up, get something in a car and leave right out from the window. Plus, it's just like me when I first came over here. There's a lot of things they have over here that I haven't ever seen before, that I got to see. And just, we're really staying busy, like she said. I don't guess we're going to finish this tape because I'm going to have to quit. I'm about to run out of things to say. I'm filling it with uhs and ahs and is and oohs and ahs. So I'm going to sign off for right now. We'll check with you later. We're coming back to the States September the 18th, if everything's all goes well. We're supposed to leave here and start back States September 18th at 3:30 in the afternoon. So we'll be getting there according to that, whichever at the time, whatever time we get there, we'll get there. But I don't know what time we'll be getting in the States, because I'm going to try and come in the airport there, and then I'm going to call out McCord and see what my chances are of getting hop on to Texas and save that other $250, $300 there. But it may take a little bit longer, but my leave's not supposed to start until I get to the States. I'm authorized 30 days leave. I am going to Hill Air Force Base, Utah. In Utah, it's close to Salt Lake City. We're going to try and get back over here as soon as we can. We're both looking forward to coming home and all. You have to pardon me. Can't talk too much right now. I'm just kind of still a little bit woozy. The doctor won't give me anything stronger than aspirin. Said
didn't want to take, any chances giving me any strong anesthetics or anything. That's why they didn't give me anything whenever they started cleaning my wound, my cuts and all. He told me, since they didn't give me anything, he says whenever he started, cleaning them out and everything, he said it's going to smart, but he says I'm not going to give you anything. He says that way you'll know that everything's still there and you got all your hands and feet and everything still there. So I just laughed along with him. I was sitting there laughing. They thought I was crazy, but I told them laughing's better than crying, I said I could do one or two. I said I can either laugh at you while you're doing it or cry because you're doing it. And I said I'd rather laugh. So they were pretty nice. So the captain was working on me and a bunch of enlisted guys too, and they got me pretty well fixed up. One guy working on every part of it. I had some people working on my head and some on my hands, some on my legs, and so they taking good care of me. We're still both shook up. Get Lee May over here just a second, talk to you. Attention. Lie. Uh-huh. Lie. Sir, lie. Shan. Huh? Oh. Dwevichi. She's washing her hair. I wish I could. No, Lee May stood up to it pretty good. Got home and she washed blood and all out of my hair. I still got some in it. I can still feel my hair. It's stiff and all. She got it all out of my scalp. And doctor then got it all off my face and everything, out of my eyebrows, my nose, and off my lips, my throat and all this. I got it, like I say, I go back Sunday and get my stitches out of my head. Then go back Tuesday and get out of my hand. He said I'm going to have some nasty scars, but can't be healthy. So I just have to wear my hair down over my head, over my forehead, so it won't show. I guess there's a reason for it. I wish it hadn't happened. Man, I guess it could have been worse. I guess the scar could have been down on my cheek or something. More noticeable, but it's up there. They shaved my leg off and everything, all the way from the top of my knee on down. And then they shaved part of my head. I'm glad they did, because I know that tape would have really hurt if it had been on that hair, pulling that hair out. I don't know, I think I told you. We're sending back sterile equipment and the coffee table, and then we're going to send back the water bed and clothes later, and the silverware later, unless they can get it in with my 225 pounds. We're gonna have to buy stuff like linen and all this when we get to States. Our linen and our china and glasses and stuff like that. When we get back to States, we have to buy all that there. We just bought some plastic cups and a plastic pitcher and drink out of them, because we knew we couldn't take them with us. So we just bought those, to kind of tide us over. Well, I'm going to stop for a little while now so Lee May can talk to you in a few minutes. So, see you in a few minutes. How are y'all? I hope everything's going good for you. No complaints or nothing. Everybody's doing fine around here now. No complaints here. I'll tell you now, don't be worried or nothing. All the danger's past now. Today's, I don't know, about 17th, I think. Or the 16th, 17th, something like that. Anyway, the 15th, day before yesterday, Lee May and I started on our way to Taipei. Well, we went part of the way and we stopped. We were about an hour and a half drive from CCK and we stopped to eat. We started driving on. Within the next 3 minutes, a big truck, tried to pass another big truck and a taxi. Came into my lane. I was driving this guy's car, a friend of mine, and caught us. Well, I'd hit the brakes and I was almost stopped when it happened. I wasn't doing very fast. But the truck was moving on. And the police now asked me, how fast it's going. I told them I was doing about 45 miles an hour, and they said they didn't believe I was doing that fast. They thought I was doing fast. They thought I was going slower than that because of my skid marks. And I told them, well, I could have been. I didn't know. We were just eating, and I was just starting out again. Well, Lee May went in the windshield, and I messed up car myself, but she just got some bruises. All she got, she didn't even get cut. She just got, I think, 2 small scratches on her arm, and they didn't even bleed hardly. Doctor says I'm gonna have some scars though. We got a taxi cab, came back to base. Got back to base and they called an ambulance down the main gate to get me. Picked Lee May and I up. They took me into the hospital emergency room. They started cleaning all the, lacerations and all out. And they took me down, x-rayed me and everything. I took a bunch of x-rays, x-rayed my chest because I hit the steering wheel and tore the steering wheel all to pieces. I broke steering wheel in 2 places and broke steering column in 2 places. So they went x-rayed my chest. He thinks I possibly got some cracked ribs, and I got a thing in my chest he thinks came out of socket. After they took me from there, they took me back up to the treatment room. They started sewing me back together. I put my hand over in front of Lee May's face when I saw she was going into the windshield. My hand took all the cutting from the windshield. I got it stitched up. Then my head went in, hit the steering wheel and all. I got a nasty cut there. They sewed that all up. Did a good job though. Went in and had my bandages changed today. They started changing them. It wasn't bad. The worst part of it was riding up there and to the hospital. We're both out of the hospital now, but I got all that fixed up, finished out. He said I'm gonna have some bad scars, but that's about all. He said if I wore my hair, down over my forehead, it'd cover most of the scar. But I'm gonna have me a nice little scar for a while. Lee May's just still kind of shook up, I think. I'm running around here bandaged up and all. I can still get out and go. We don't go to any place except just where we have to right now. She's been just about waiting on me hand and foot. Doctor gave me some painkillers. He said he couldn't give me anything very strong because he didn't want to knock me out because Lee May has to wake me up during the night, So I'll wake, see if I'm alright now. She first took me to a Chinese doctor. I was sitting there hollering and screaming and said, I don't want to go to a Chinese doctor. I don't want to go to a Chinese doctor. Get me out of here. Take me to an American doctor. I hope I was raised in the roof. Come find out, the Chinese doctor could speak English and knew everything I was saying. He didn't say nothing though. Took a taxi to the base, and he was the taxi that was an eyewitness to it. He said no, he was scared. You know, he's afraid to tell the police what happened. But the American APs and the Foreign Affairs Police and the Chinese police all went down there, and they could tell by the skid marks and the impact collision and everything it's the Chinese truck driver's fault. So his insurance is buying, another car and all this, paying for the truck and everything. The guy's car I was driving, I don't think he's going to be very mad since he's getting a new car out of it. It totaled the car out I was in. That's how fast the truck was going. The oil cap that goes on the engine was laying inside it. It hit, knocked all the glass out of the window, and spun us backwards and spun us around. We're facing the other direction, laying off the side of the road. Dashboard was all torn apart. Glove compartment, we didn't have a glove compartment anymore. It was completely torn out. Gear shift was knocked. Floor shift was knocked all off over on the passenger side. Like I said, steering wheel was all tore up, and everything's pretty badly messed up, especially front end and all. But it was totaled out. And then I got my watch stolen. Watch was in the car someplace, and somebody stole it, and some of the stuff that was in the car and all. But I turned that into A, please, so I should be able to get, refunded on some of it. But like I said, y'all don't need to worry, because we're both alright now. Everything's fine. I was real scared and everything, I was cut and I was bleeding quite a bit. I saw a lot of blood on Lee Man. It scared me to death, and I wouldn't let him touch me. I kept telling him, look at her, first. And then they washed her off and said all the blood on her was mine. So they did a good job on me, and they got me all stitched up and everything. So this is Thursday. I go Sunday to get the stitches out of my face and then out of my head, my forehead. And I go Tuesday and get the rest of the stitches taken out, the rest of the place. They stitched my hand up, my head, and that was all. My leg, they just bandaged up. I got a bunch of little scratches and stuff, don't mount too much, but the rest of the stuff had to be sewed up, so. I hope it's all taping all right. Tomorrow they're coming to pick up all our stuff, our stereo equipment, I guess, and a coffee table. I've got, I went up and got some advance pay, put it in the bank. I'm paid up now. I'm paid through October, which means I'm paid up through my leave. My next paycheck would be the 15th of November. Although I'm still getting paychecks right now, this pay is only for the month of October, November, I guess. Anyway, when I get back, I want to pay them back. I'll have enough money accumulated. I'm just going to pay it back all at one time, not pay it in a 6-month plan deal like they wanted. But I got 2 months pay, which would be, my next paycheck would be the end of November, but I'll be paying it back. Anyway, although I will be still getting paychecks, they take half the paycheck, to pay it back. Well, not that much. Take $82 a month back, but I'm just going to pay it all back at one time since I'm not going to draw any pay while I'm home on leave. I'll be making enough money to pay all that back. We're going to take some money and buy Lee May some clothes and me a suit and some shoes and all, so we get everything ready for the States. Then we're going to start sending the rest of our stuff back that we can't get in our whole baggage that goes back free. the Chinese guys working at it, some people get 275 pounds before it's shipped, some of them get after, but whenever I told him it's stereo equipment, he says after it's crated. So they're going to be coming out here and trying just to take as little as possible and tell me I can't take the rest of it and try and buy my stereo equipment as cheap as they can, but I'm not going to sell them anything. If they start that, I'll just take it to the commander and tell him what they've done, see what he can do about it. But I got my stereo equipment I'm going to send back and try in the coffee table. I'm going to try and get all that at my 275 pounds, 225 pounds I'm allowed. Then my silverware I'm going to send back later, or within the next week. My silverware and the rest, and some clothes and stuff. It's going to cost me $30-something for per 100 pounds shipped back. So, just crossing my fingers, hoping. What they do, they got a trick to it. They send it back in wooden cases, so you don't get as much. It's mostly wooden cases. I don't know why they do that, but it's the way they do it. We're still working on her passports and visas. She's gonna have to go to Taipei pretty soon because I can't make it up there. I still don't think I can travel that far yet. Although I'm going to try. If I can go with her, I'm going to go. But doctor told me since he was going to let me go ahead and go home, but he told me I had to stay in bed. I couldn't get out of bed, that I was supposed to stay in bed as much as possible. So I did get up and go to the base today so I could pick up some stuff that they got out of the car, but I've been staying pretty close to bed other than that. I hope everybody's doing alright back there. Lee May's in washing clothes now on her scrub board. We don't have a washing machine, so she has to use a scrub board, so things aren't. She's battling her bruises. I'm getting her immunizations too, all her shots back to the States. And I think I'm out of tape. She had to go up today and get a smallpox shot and a cholera shot. I have to go ahead and get the rest of her shots so she can come on back to the States. About 4 tapes today also. So I'll be sending you a few tapes. I hadn't heard anything from y'all in a while. I imagine y'all pretty busy evidently. I hope everything's okay. I haven't been able to send y'all a tape for a while because, well, like I said, I'm kind of incapacitated right now. Things kind of down and down for us. But I'm going to get this tape off to you as soon as I possibly can, so y'all bear with me. Like I said, don't get upset or alarmed or anything because we're both alright, doing fine. So Mom, you just don't get all upset, neither do you, Dad. Nobody else, because we're doing fine. Neither one of us hurting or nothing, just a little bit sore. Yeah, just a little bit sore. Like, you know, you get a few bruises now. Looks like this side tastes back gone, so I'm going to switch on the other side in a minute. It's not quite gone yet, so when I get cut off, I'll switch over the other side. Should have had all my bandages off and everything by the time I come home. So I'll be alright, so I can still work for Bud. If I'm not, I'll be close enough to where I can still work. Go ahead and work for him. So I'd still like to work for Bud if I could, Mr. Morris. So, like I said, y'all don't need to worry anything. Y'all just take it easy yourselves. Stay well for when we come home.